I've sailed long enough to know when something feels wrong at sea. Sometimes it's the wind, sometimes it's the tide, and sometimes it's a compass refusing to mind its own business. It started on a quiet evening. The crew was half asleep, the lanterns barely glowing, and I sat at the helm, thinking about nothing in particular, a rare and peaceful moment. That's when the compass turned, not north, not east, not anywhere a compass should ever turn. It spun full circle, slowed, and pointed straight at me. I tapped it. It didn't move. I turned the whole helm to check if iron was pulling it. Nothing. And still the needle stared at me like an accusing finger. The crew, of course, found this hilarious. "Captain, maybe you are north now," one of them said. Another asked if we should follow me instead of the map. Idiots, but cheerful idiots. Still, the compass wouldn't stop pointing. Wherever I walked on deck, it followed. Wherever I sat, it aligned. Even when I hid it under a bucket, the bucket spun toward me. By morning, I'd had enough. I carried the cursed thing to the bow and held it over the sea. "Tell me what you want," I muttered. And for the first time, the needle moved, not wildly, gently, slowly, pointing past the ship toward a patch of open water, calm and empty. The crew followed my gaze. "Nothing there, Captain." I should have ignored it, absolutely should have. But curiosity is a disease among sailors. We turned the ship. For hours, there was nothing but the faint sound of the hull against the waves. Yet the compass stayed certain, steady, focused. And then we reached it. Not an island, not a wreck, not a creature, just an old wooden door floating upright in the middle of the sea. A full-sized door with hinges, a frame, and a handle. No boat attached, no ropes, just the door, drifting like it belonged there. The crew circled it cautiously. No markings, no symbols, just scratches, thousands of them, like something had tried to claw its way in, or out. The compass needle trembled, not toward the door, directly toward the handle. "Captain," the cook whispered, "don't touch it." So naturally, I reached for it. The moment my fingers brushed the wood, the sea around us went silent. No wind, no creak of rope. Even the waves froze, and the door unlocked itself. A click, very soft, very certain. Inside was no room, no darkness, no light, just fog, thick swirling fog that looked like it carried its own weight. The crew begged me not to open it, but something deep in my chest pulled forward. A feeling old sailors never want to admit to having: recognition. Like the door wasn't taking me somewhere new, but showing me something I'd forgotten. When I pulled it open wider, the fog swirled and shaped into a corridor, on water, in the middle of the sea, stretching far into nothingness. A voice drifted out of it, not loud, not frightening, just familiar. "Come back." The crew staggered back. The parrot fainted, twice, and then the compass snapped shut in my hand as if something slapped it closed. The corridor vanished. The fog collapsed. The door twisted, cracked, and sank straight down like a stone. In seconds, the sea returned to normal. Wind, waves, the usual chaos, except the compass, now broken, pointed north again. The crew asked what the voice meant, who called me, why the door appeared. I told them the truth, or what little I knew of it. "I've heard that voice once before," I said quietly, "and until I hear it again, I keep sailing." I didn't sleep that night. No sailor could, not after seeing a ship rise from the sea without sound, without crew, without a single wave disturbed. The men whispered about ghosts, curses, drowned captains seeking warmth. I didn't blame them. Even I felt the cold crawling into my bones. By dawn, the fog thickened, yet the sea was calm, still and heavy, like it was holding something beneath its surface. And that's when the lookout shouted, "The ship! It's back!" But this time, it wasn't drifting. It was following us. The silent vessel, Wood swollen, sails torn, lanterns hanging by rusted chains, kept its bow pointed toward our stern, matching our speed without wind, without oars, without life. I ordered more sail. We gained speed. The ghostly ship gained faster. Men ran to the cannons, useless rhythm against something that didn't belong to the living sea. But fear makes fools brave. When the first cannon fired, the ball tore through the hull of the silent vessel, and the ship bled water. Not wood splinters, not fire, just water pouring out like the sea was inside it, trying to escape. Then we heard it, a knock, not from the drifting vessel, from our own hull. 3 slow, heavy knocks, answering the cannon's blow. One of the men fell to his knees, another begged me to turn back, but I knew, turning back changes nothing when the sea chooses to follow you. So I leaned over the railing and called to the other ship, "What do you want?" At first, only the fog replied. Then the silent vessel creaked, timbers bending, ropes tightening, mast shivering, until something dark rose onto its deck, a shape, tall, human, yet wrong in every way a man can be wrong. The figure didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't blink, but something behind it did. Hands, pale, dripping, countless, gripped the rail of the silent vessel. Dozens of them, all surfacing from the decks and hatches, reaching outward as though trying to climb aboard our ship. My crew froze. Some cried, some prayed, some stared as if their minds were splitting open, and then the figure raised a single hand. The reaching arms froze, and slowly, painfully, they sank back into the deck as though dissolving into wood. The figure pointed at me, just me. Its voice was never heard, but its meaning thundered inside my skull. Return what you took. But we had taken nothing. Nothing except a story we hadn't even lived through yet. The fog swallowed the silent vessel whole, and just like that, it was gone. No sound, no ripple, nothing but the trembling breath of my crew to remind us it had ever been there. And that's when I realized the truth. It wasn't following us. It was waiting for us, waiting for the moment we'd understand what we were supposed to give back. To this day, I still don't know the answer. But sometimes, when the waves fall quiet, I hear 3 slow knocks against the hull, and I know the sea hasn't forgotten me. Not yet, not ever.